You're listening to the Bourbon Nerds Podcast, episode Bottom Shelf Ballers, the benchmark of value bourbon. I'm Cody.
I'm Garrett.
And we are the Bourbon Nerds.
What's up, Cody? How's it going?
I'm doing great. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of the Bourbon Nerds Podcast. We've got a baller, a.k.a. banger, for you to talk a little bit about some value in bourbon. What do you think about that? Is there still value in bourbon, Garrett?
I think there's a lot of value in bourbon still. Unfortunately, there are some places still releasing very high proof, or not high proof, like higher prices that may not be worth it.
Yeah.
Like a good example, well, I guess if you get it for MSRP, it's fine. But a good example is the new Jack 14. You know, everybody's got it for like,
I don't know
secondary.
What that is. I haven't even
secondary like $600. So like, yeah, this isn't really worth that. Which no bourbon should ever be worth that price.
All right. Well, I will say one thing: the pollen percentage and spring and everything's blooming. My allergies are like F you, Cody.
Yeah, we were at the Celts earlier, and Danielle was like, man, I felt fine, and then I walk outside, and now I'm sneezing. I'm like, well, welcome to my everyday life.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Welcome to my life.
My neck, my back, my neck and my back.
And my back.
I'm just checking. All right, well, we've got a banger for you in episode. We're excited about this one. I'm sure a lot of you are like, man, I'm so tired of these guys drinking their E.H. Taylors and their taters and their all those expensive bottles. Why don't these guys talk about value? Well, here we go. We have heard you loud and clear, and we're going to bring you some value today. So we're actually going to do, this is going to be a little bit different. We'll talk a little bit about Benchmark. I think they're offering you, obviously they're from Buffalo Trace, but
they're owned by Sazerac, Buffalo Trace, but I mean, they still have the McAfee brothers on here.
They do, but they're still coming out from the Sazerac brand.
But the thing about this is like, where are you going to find a good foolproof bourbon less than $20?
I know,
like,
a good old screw top.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, with screw top, which I'm not a huge fan of, by the way. But
yeah,
I mean, it's just, they just kind of make it harder for everyone else because they're like, here you go. This is really good for $20.
Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit about Benchmark and kind of the history about that. We're also going to do some exciting, give you guys bottles in each price point, starting at $10 and ending at $100. We're also going to build a bar with a budget of $200, so we'll see how we compare for that. We're going to talk about some of the flooding happening in Buffalo Trace. Poor guys. I hope everyone, thoughts and prayers out to the Buffalo Trace Distillery. There's a ton of new labels that we're going to discuss today. Whiskey Sideline, we've got the Masters, NBA, and hockey playoffs. Luka's return to Dallas, which was a very sad one and another heartbreak. And then the Nuggets firing their coach. Pop Culture Pour, we're going to talk about some low-budget films to keep on brand for value. Neat and Balanced, I'm going to give you guys some fast food hacks. If you're traveling and don't know where you can eat and you're struggling, I'm going to give you some recommendations there. And then last call, we'll give you just some Bourbon Nerds updates like we typically do. All right, let's go ahead and dive in from barrel to brain.
Sweet. So what do we got? We got some Benchmark. Let's talk about this Benchmark that we have.
Yeah, you want me to start?
Yeah, because you got the lower ones over there. So
yeah,
I got the good ones.
Garrett gave me the crappy ones. No, I'm just joking. There's no crappy ones.
So, that one's called Top Floor. It has to be good, right?
Yeah. So Top Floor is Kentucky Straight Bourbon by Benchmark. It's 86 proof. I believe it's around $20, $19. I think it's one of the cheaper ones.
I mean, they're all under $20.
Yeah, they're all like $20 to $26, depending on where you get them.
Some of these are $15, $16.
Yeah, just if you're gonna buy the Benchmarks, buy them at Specs, or obviously support your local liquor store. Highly recommend always going to your local liquor store. But if you're not buying it at your local liquor store, you're building a relationship, buy them at Specs or Total Wine. They're fairly reasonable price there. This one, to me, I'm smelling it. Again, it's an 86 proof. I do get a little Buffalo Trace wind on it. And if you're Buffalo Trace, I get kind of a cherry grapey note typically when I drink Buffalo Trace products. And when I drink this one, it's very thin. It is 86 proof, but I get like a soft vanilla and like a watered down cherry note.
Yeah, I do wish I had a little more proof on it. Like these other ones, I think that one's 95, 96? What's the single barrel?
Oh, the single barrel is 95.
So 95, 100, and then you get up all the way to 100. I think this is 125 for the full proof.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to get the small batch. I forgot that you didn't have that one, or I would have grabbed that as well. But just a little more proof on it. It does taste kind of watered down. I mean, we're used to higher proof stuff. So But we started the day.
We're kind of.
I guess this is my second drink. I had a old fashioned at the Celt earlier, but that was like 5 or 6 hours ago.
On me.
So
I'm just checking.
This is pretty good Sazerac rye. Old fashioned, not bad.
I mean, you can't beat a Sazerac rye. Honestly, I probably should have put that in my build a bar.
Yeah, I have a rye. Spoiler alert or I guess talking about the future. I do have a rye on some of my stuff. So.
I have a rye in my top list, but yeah. So all right, let me move over to the single barrel benchmark. This is 95 proof. Again, these are 750 milliliter bottles with a beautiful screw top on top, little square shape.
Definitely a little more flavor on it, which of course single barrel means it's from one single barrel, which I actually was rewatching some of the stuff from Neat the other day.
Yeah.
And Elmer T. Lee and all them kind of, he came up with the whole single barrel idea because of the honey barrels that were supposedly in the middle of Buffalo Trace.
So the nose on this, I get more of a traditional. I'm not getting the cherry grape note that I get from. I'm getting more of like the brown sugar, kind of like a little bit of spice. But again, it's still pretty mellow. Let me go to the palate. Got a pretty decent mouthfeel, though, for a cheap 95 proof.
Yeah. No, It's not bad. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, caramel with a hint of like cherry cough syrup.
Yeah, there's kind of like a char kind of taste that kind of lingers.
It's the oak. You get a little oak on aftertaste. A little bit of drying, but not too bad. I mean, it definitely is, to me, much better than the top floor. But if you're, honestly, man, if you're like, it's 115 degrees outside, and obviously, I'm not drinking high proof bourbon when it's hot as hell in the summer here in Oklahoma, Texas area. This top floor, man, on some ice, you could drink that like all day long, dude. It just goes through. But this single barrel is pretty good. I'm digging it right now. It's not too bad.
Yeah, and I'm reading this.
Blow me away.
I'm reading this bottle. It does say distilled, aged, and bottled by Buffalo Trace, which I will go into a little bit of the history of Benchmark later, but.
It's handpicked.
I wonder what it tasted like back when it was like the McAfee brothers and stuff making it, if there was like a huge difference.
Yeah, so I don't know if your bottles say different, but the top floor says elevation matters, and the Benchmark single barrel says handpicked. So right there on the little logo, the Mac.
Yeah, this one, Benchmark, the bonded says single season, and the full proof says extra strong. It's almost like coffee.
Yeah,
and then it gives you like the little breakdown on the side of everything.
Oh yeah.
You should have a little thing on the side of yours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can go through this a little bit. Here's the top floor for a second.
Which the top one should be the same on all the bottles. This part should be different on each one.
Oh, the top floor. Yeah. So bourbon that matures on the top warehouse floor tends to age faster as the heat rises, which makes sense. This top floor Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey is smooth and well-rounded to be enjoyed straight with ice and your favorite cocktail. I do agree. I think this on ice in the summer when it's 115 degrees outside would be an easy sipper.
Well, and I think sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I think the thing about lower proofs like that, I think like a drop of water or something helps bring out flavors. So with that lower stuff, we should probably experiment with like some droplets or something to see if it helps. Yeah,
and on the top floor, I probably would not just put it in ice, do like an ice cube, but because that would water down. It's already watered down, but. This Benchmark single barrel is only the best barrels are selected for the special Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. While every barrel is unique, each reflects the utmost standard for finest taste and most smooth finish with every pour. And they are not sponsors.
Not a sponsor. I have the bonded over here, which says single season. And then bonded, it says it just kind of goes into the Bottle of Bond Act. It says the Bottle of Bond Act of 1897 sets strict standards for bourbon whiskey. This 100 proof Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey aged 4 years to meet those standards. Enjoy the rich flavor and long, smooth finish. This is the bonded. So, 4 year, a good bottled and bond bourbon for $20. The only other one that's similar to that is the Evan Williams bottled and bond and like the old Granddad bonded and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the Evan Williams bottled and bond. That's a good value bottle.
Yeah,
to me though, lately I just haven't enjoyed it. It's too sweet.
I haven't either. And it's not even that it's sweet. I can't really pick what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I don't like Evan Williams because I got that Evan Williams single barrel before and I didn't like that one either.
Yeah, I'd really like to pick up the Evan Williams 23 year. The Bourbon Kingdom guys, they worship that bottle.
Yeah, I saw that. But the Evan Williams 12 year you can get at the distillery. I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, we'll have to pick that up when we go to Kentucky, when we ever do get
next
to Kentucky.
Next fall. I was going to tell you next fall. I'm going to start saving now. I'm going to go next fall,
Sounds
100%.
Good.
And the full proof that says this Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey is bottled at the same proof that it enters the barrel. Bold and robust, this 125 proof Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey unveils hits of chocolate, brown sugar, and spice. Sip and savor. Which actually, we were over at Randall's. He was giving us some advice before we I don't know if we had officially started doing episodes or not in the podcast, but we asked him, what his favorite, everyday kind of bourbon is, and he picked up the Benchmark Foolproof. Like he's got this whole like extravagant, shelf, and he went for, probably the cheapest thing he had on there.
Yeah, he has one of the most impressive whiskey collections I've ever seen in person.
Alex Baptista has a pretty impressive one on whenever I watch his live streams.
Yeah, but he hasn't invited us to his house yet,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I don't count that. Alex Baptista, we're just shouting out to you. Someone say whiskey guys. Those are amazing people. So.
I think he might have events at his house and stuff. We'll have to look for that. I know they're having an event today, the tequila event.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is today.
Yeah, but that's okay. All right, and so now what are we gonna do now? You want to move on to the bonded, or is that what you're getting prepared there?
Yeah, I was gonna
the bonded and the foolproof.
Clean the glasses out, and then you want to talk about a little bit of history, and I'll get these poured.
Yeah. I will say the single barrel is not bad. I don't mind it at all. It's got some good. Kind of got a little graham cracker, almost like a banana note. I don't think I've ever gotten a banana note from Buffalo Trace stuff.
I'm not getting a banana note. Your and I palates have been different lately.
I know you're picking up all the apple stuff.
Apple, oh yeah, and you were the one that got me started on the apple. We're definitely going to do the bonded first.
Okay, so I'm just going to go read this. I think this actually is what's on the side of the bottle, but it says, in 1773, 3 McAfee brothers named James, George, and Robert left Virginia westward to explore the uncharted territory that would later become known as Kentucky. Traveling by canoe at first, the McAfee Company eventually followed a native trail overland that led to the Great Buffalo Crossing, where the brothers surveyed the land now home to the world's most award-winning distillery, Buffalo Trace Distillery. So they had a lot of ties with Buffalo Trace there. The surveyor marks left behind are known as benchmarks, and this bourbon whiskey honors the pioneering spirits of these early American explorers. Some awards that they've won, which it doesn't tell me which ones won awards, but man, like 2024, they won Silver Global Whiskey Challenge, Silver International Wine and Spirits Competition, Silver Whiskeys of the World. Like there's a lot on here, and that's just for the benchmark stuff. And this is their low. Like look at this. This is all their awards.
Yeah, they've won a ton of awards. These are great bottles to pick up. I mean, and we're going to tell you which one we would recommend. I'm hoping that we choose something different, but I have a feeling which one we're both going to pick, but who knows? So now we're moving on to the benchmark. And I apologize again, guys, for my voice. It sounds a little bit raspy. That's the bonded, and that is the foolproof. Start with the bonded first.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you're good. So I'll say this. When I first tried the benchmark bonded, I got peach tea.
I can kind of see that.
So let's see if I still get that.
Speaking of peach tea, while you're trying that, my brother-in-law keeps trying to pawn off his Whistle Pig that's finished in like green tea barrels.
Green tea barrels.
Every time I go, he's like, "Oh, I got this Whistle Pig." I'm like, "I know you had it last Christmas too," because I don't think he's enjoying it that much, and he's trying to get me to help him drink it.
I've had we're not. I mean, there's two things that we're not huge fans of. Whistle Pig's one of them, and Basil Hayden's the other. And no offense if you like those at all. Like everyone has a different palate. You like what you like. Like
I'm just curious because I haven't tried a ton of Whistle Pig. I'm sure there are probably some out there that are pretty good.
I'd like to get. So we've been talking to Sean. So I'd like to get Sean on the pod, talk about what he's doing for the fathers thing that they're doing to help fathers be better fathers, which is an awesome program. And then do some Whistle Pig and see if we like any. I have a Whistle Pig 9-year, I think, sample, and we could get a couple samples and put that together. Yeah,
I definitely get some tea and tobacco notes on the bonded. I think I get those kind of like similar. I feel like they're kind of similar to me, so I it's hard for me to distinguish between tea and like.
I still get
tobacco,
like a peach. Have you ever had those peach rings gummies?
Yeah,
yeah. So I kind of get like a very subtle peach ring, and then I get like the tobacco kind of tea note thing. So I still get kind of the peach tea. This is I like the bonded. It's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
100 proof. Obviously, it's bonded. It's got to be 100 proof.
I mean, it's
government regulated.
I don't know if I've had a bottled bond I don't like. Like, have you ever had a bottled bond you weren't a fan of? I mean, early times is bottled bond. That's another good
bullet bottle and bond is...
Dude, that's so good.
Dude, that's so good.
There's that TikToker guy that I always see, and he's like, dude, it blew my... he's like, I don't like Bullet. He's like, that blew my socks off. Like, that Bullet 7-year, it's only like $45. It's really good.
It's a solid bottle.
It's a bottle, and I think it's because it's their own distillate. You know,
okay.
When you go from sourcing to your own distillate, it's going to be typically a whole lot better, you would hope. But
so I get a little bit of caramel. The peach kind of ring note's kind of going away the second sip. Still get a tea tobacco. No, not really.
Do the nose on the foolproof.
Hold on, man. Don't ruin my bondage.
It's just like a caramel bomb, dude.
Ooh, I got butterscotch.
Butterscotch. Oh yeah. It's another flavors that are harder for me to kind of distinguish.
Yeah, I love
this. Smells good.
Butterscotch. Holy smoke. I figured we were gonna. I mean, we're proof whores. Let's be honest with each other.
You know what it smells like? It's like brown sugar oatmeal.
I don't get the oat.
I get like an oatmeal. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
I mean, kind of.
I'm getting butterscotch, dude. Like straight butterscotch.
When I'm going in like this, that's when I get the oatmeal. I don't know.
Okay.
Like I'm about to take a sip. Like go in like you're going to take a sip and then smell it.
Okay, I can see like when you open oats, like steel cut oats, like you get that waft. Like I can see it. But when
this is a lot better. Apologize for my sniffling.
Yeah, this is very good.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say the foolproof is. I mean,
it's got a little sharper oak note, but I mean, again, it comes along with the proof. If you're going to get it proof, you're going to get sharper notes. That's why people like higher proof stuff, and you're like, I don't like the high proof stuff, but you will. Oh, you will.
And if you don't like the high proof stuff, the bonded and the single barrel are both really good.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's a coin. Man, we need to do those side by side because I'd like to rank these.
Which ones?
I already know what the last place is.
I think the bonded is better than the single barrel. I think they're in order by their proof points to me.
Probably. Yeah, I think you could easily say that, but foolproof is leaps and bounds better.
So now with this fresh on your mind, I poured Cody a blind, just random sample over here that I want him to side by side, and I want to see which one he prefers.
The only thing about this foolproof, this butterscotch does not translate as much to the palate. It's very subtle, like super subtle. You have to really know. You have to have a sophisticated, and I'm not saying I'm better than anybody or have my palate's awesome or anything. I think I have a decent palate. I've worked on it over the years and tasting things and stuff, and I still have a long way to go, but it's good. It's got a great mouthfeel, the proof. It's got a little baby hug on it. For 125 proof, it's really smooth. Like, it's that's insane. Like, if I tried this, I would not guess this is 125.
Yeah, I could see it more like the 110, 115 range for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Got it a little bit. Man, I'm getting that oat. Like that oat.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I wasn't really getting. You know, whenever I first tried this, I wasn't a huge fan because I kept getting like a bready note, and now I think that's translated more to like an oatmeal.
Yeah, oatmeal almost kind of thing. Yeah, and I eat oatmeal all the time.
Yeah, I don't get any of the same flavors I was getting before, and that's what the thing is. Your palate's going to change. Yeah, and don't rush into those higher proof stuff because it might not be as good.
Yeah. All right, so I guess I'm obviously picking foolproof. I think it's the best.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, I say I don't think it's close, but I mean, it's really, to me, the flavor is just so much better. But
so if I had to rank these, it'd be foolproof. I think honestly, the bonded and single barrel could be flip flopped, and there's probably going to be some single barrel. Again, single barrel is a single barrel, so they're all vary. But if you want consistency, I think bonded is very good, and then I think top floor comes in last, unfortunately. But it's 86 proof, so not surprised there. But foolproof, solid. Yeah, these are good. These are good bottles. I mean, you don't have to break the bank to drink good bourbon, guys.
So yeah, I got those samples over there, Cody. I want you to try those two real quick.
All right. He's trying to set me up, guys. I don't know what he has in here. He's got it blind.
All right, which one's which? Which one's got the X?
This is the X.
Okay.
X gonna give it to you.
All right. Cody's gonna try these two blind samples that I've given him, and I haven't given him any information on any of them.
Let me.
So that's the X one.
Yeah.
X marks the spot.
I'm not getting a lot of.
And there's no significance to the X. It's just so I could determine which one was which.
You're fine. Yeah.
I don't want you to be like, oh, the X is probably the better one.
I'm not getting a lot on the nose. And that could be, guys, allergies. Like, my nose is...
Yeah, it's horrible right now.
Yeah, it's really bad. But I was able to smell the other stuff okay. I'm getting some baking spice. Let me see if I can get anything else. Maybe a clove or something. I don't know. I need to... Let me cleanse the palate real quick.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Always cleanse the palate between different alcohols.
Water, man. Yeah. H2O.
It helps.
Gatorade's better than water. All right, I'm going to take a sip of the X Unknown.
Gatorade. H2O.
My mama says alligators got all them teeth, but no toothbrush. That's why they're angry.
That's what, alligators are on here because they got all them teeth, but no toothbrush.
So I will say the X has not much on the front end of the palate. You just get like a little bit of confectionery vanilla, maybe icing or something, but it's real subtle, but it's got good mid palate.
Interesting. Okay.
But again,
that's the best thing about blind rankings is because it's like straight in the dark.
Yeah. Just getting like vanilla and baking spice, man. But it's not bad. It's good. I mean, it's got a good finish. Okay, there I got a little hug.
These are both very similar proofs. So,
yeah, I'm going to say this is probably in north of the 120 range, potentially.
Okay.
115, 120.
Do you want to take a guess at what it is, or do you want to try both of them?
No, I'm going to try both of them. Okay. Yeah. Okay, a little less hug there. I'm going to try the second one. He's setting me up here, man.
Maybe I'm trying to prove a point.
Ooh, man, I got a lot of vanilla. Like vanilla cream, like cake.
Wow, okay.
Wow. And I'm getting like some kind of oak.
That's making me want to drink it.
I'll share something with you. I can't drink all this.
Drink all of it.
Man, I'm getting something. It's like confectionery, vanilla, like cake, something else too. Like, I don't know if it's cocoa or, I don't know. It's super strong. Let me get it. Let me see if it translates to the palate. Hold on 1 second. This is fun. It's like a little game here.
Dude, we used to do blinds all the time. We needed to go back to doing more.
Well, we need to video the blinds, man. It's more fun. People can see us and see our facial expressions.
I need to get the microphones and
cameras and all that stuff. It's coming soon, guys. Don't worry. Phase 2 is in the works.
Well, I have those microphones for the iPhone. I can probably use to get better sound.
Holy smokes, dude! That's all over the radar there. That's a zinger. Like, I'm getting all kinds of things on the palate.
And that's this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting like, is this that blendery bottle?
No.
Okay. Because I don't taste the German chocolate cake, because that's what I got from that blendery bottle.
The blendery bottle's so good. All the blendery stuff I've had so good. It's ridiculous. Like, that place will seriously bankrupt me if I just keep going there all the time.
Man, I'll never figure out what this is.
Because they just released another set of Double Jeopardy.
Yeah, I just get like vanilla cake spice. I don't.
All right. Do you have a favorite?
I'm leaning towards this one right now, but let me go back to the X. Gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. We're gonna give it to you.
It's a little warm in here today, isn't it?
Yeah, I might need to turn the AC on.
It's okay.
I mean, I don't
drinking all this 125 proof bourbon.
I don't know if the mics pick it up that well. Just for everyone at home, the AC system here is a little loud, but honestly, when it starts getting into the summer months, we're not going to be able to help it.
Yeah, I'm getting a little more sour oak. I think it's just this is so sweet. Look at the legs on that guy, though. Legs, if you ever hear somebody referencing the legs, it's when you like swirl it around and hopefully you're drinking out of a Glencairn or a similar good whiskey glass. It leaves like just streaks in your glass.
I saw this YouTuber the other day. He must be new, but he was like, let's try this new bourbon. And he put it in a freaking rocks glass. I'm like, no, dude, you got to do it right.
Yeah. So I'm getting a little bit of more just like brown sugar, caramel, typical notes here. And this over here is one surprising me a little bit. Yeah, it just got that really good vanilla cake, kind of just like vanilla cake. That's what I'm getting. Vanilla cake, man.
Is that your winner?
I think so. It pops more than that other one, but this seems like lower proof.
So these are almost exactly the same proof.
This one's smoother.
So I want to see if you can guess what they are.
That's not the soft red weed, is it?
No.
Okay. I'm not really sure what this is.
So what if I told you you've already drank this one?
What if I told you?
Because that's the benchmark full proof.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Do you want to guess what this one is?
The single barrel?
This is a stag.
That's a stag?
Yeah, and you just picked you just picked the benchmark full proof. This is the Stag 24B.
Okay.
Which I actually really like the 24B.
I thought I was,
but I'm not getting the same notes I've been getting. I've been getting like some fruitier notes. I'm not getting that right now. It is kind of like
I'm surprised it doesn't drink hotter because usually stags drink hotter.
This one's 125.7 proof, I believe.
So I just picked the full proof benchmark over the stag. That's crazy. But I wasn't a big fan of the 24B. Like,
it's good.
It's good. No, they're both good. I don't. Yeah, not at all.
But that was fun, right? Like I was trying to prove a point, and it worked. So
yeah. I just, man, this full.
For reference, Stag is a very hard to find bottle that goes sometimes for $150, $200 on secondary. But it's $60 MSRP, which is great value.
I'm just digging this foolproof benchmark right now.
No, it's great. I don't get it was really funny that you got two different things.
Dude, it is. I don't understand that. That's crazy.
It could be because it was in the vial for overnight. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. He did put it in a vial, so I got it straight from the bottle. Let me see. I'm going to go back to my other glass and see.
I can kind of see the cakey taste to it.
Dude, it tastes pretty different to me. Like these same bottle, but different vials and stuff. I don't know if
I guess being in a vial could. I don't know.
I'm not sure. That's interesting. They've been dry for a while. Yeah. No, but I mean, I get similar flavors, but I get a way more vanilla note off of the one that came out of the vial, which is really interesting. And I wasn't the biggest fan of that 24B. It's all stags are good. I've never had a bad stag. I don't know if they even make a bad stag. I've heard people like 22B, I think, was hated on.
22B is rough. I have a 22B, and it's
earthy.
It's very earthy and just kind of spicy, and I don't know. You kind of lose the fruity notes and stuff. But I have a bottle. I'll eventually finish it because it's still good.
Do you remember the proof on the 24B? Now the proof is
125.7, I believe. I'll have to double check that. I wish I'd have brought the bottle with me, but I didn't want to give it away.
Dude, that's awesome.
Give it away now.
I'm shocked. I don't know. You guys don't sound like it. So it's been a tough weekend for me. Had a lot going on. My grandfather's funeral was yesterday, which is a beautiful service. So thank you to everyone for your text calls and all that stuff and messages and stuff. It was really appreciative. And I'm not going to get all sentimental, but
sorry, it's 127.8. It is a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little spicier, but
that's where I was getting the.
I just really dug the flavor on this full proof, dude. That's nuts. I may not ever buy this. No, I'm just joking. I love Stag. No, if you put my 23C, which is my baby.
I almost did 23C, but I'm kind of running a little low on it.
That's fine. So. You should have told. We'll have to do that again and do another random blind and see if this full proof can start smacking some people. Now I'm like, my eyes are open.
Dude, this full proof's really good. I'm really glad that I got another bottle because I kind of wasted the other one I had.
I can see clearly now that benchmark full proof is good. See a little play on words there?
Sure.
I can see all obstacles in my
Did you have anything you want to talk about with benchmark? Do you have anything written down or?
No, I didn't. Honestly, I was leaving that up to you.
I just kind of gave a brief overview. I feel like we don't have to get too in detail with these things.
I think these are great. I think these are great bottles, and if you like proof, the full proof is excellent. Would love to hear your guys' opinions on which one you like. You may like Top Floor. I know that the Bourbon, what are they?
Who?
Bourbon Junkies. Sorry.
Bourbon Junkies?
Yeah, I was like
Bourbon Kingdom, Bourbon Junkies.
Yeah, I don't know. There's too many bourbon people. I'm all every time I say bourbon, I want to say nerds. I say bourbon, you say
nerds.
I say bourbon, you say
nerds.
Yeah. But the Top Floor, they were raving about that one. I remember a couple years ago.
Nerds with a Z.
With a Z, like Zorro. I have a funny Zorro story. I'll have to tell you later. But these are good. These are good options, good value. I mean, this is all about value, so we're going to talk a lot about that. So which one do you want to do first? Our range bottles, or you want to do the start a bar, build a bar?
Let's do the range bottles first.
All right. You want to go first?
Let's just we can just go one at a time.
All right, we'll do it. So we're going to start with $10 to $20. What you got, buddy?
Just threw benchmark on here. A couple other things you could have done, like Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, which me and Cody aren't as big of fans of, but I know there are some people out there that really, really like that bottle. But I really like the benchmark, specifically the full proof. I think those are good value, obviously, good value bourbons. So yeah,
I picked actually the JTS Brown Bottle and Bond. I actually got to try that, and I think it's pretty decent I think it's like $18.99. So make sure it's the Bottle and Bond, because I've made that mistake and bought the really cheap 86 proof or whatever they have. So it's 100 proof. Obviously, it's bonded. It's 100 proof. If it's not 100 proof, it's not bonded. But yeah, JTS Brown I think is a really good. You see that on a lot of whiskey tubers, but I finally was able to try one at a bar, and yeah, I think it backs it up. It's a decent bottle, so it's very cheap. I don't have one, but I've tried it at a bar recently. So,
all right, 20 to 30 range. I did have Old Grandad 114, but then I took it and switched it with Early Times Bottled in Bond. Really good. I mean, you could have also done Jim Beam 7, which is really good, but I don't think you can beat Early Times Bottled in Bond for value, especially if you can find those old black tops, which me and Cody might have found a honey hole for the black tops.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of them. We need to go back and get more.
I will buy all of them. I have 2 now, and we need to get back and get I get strawberry shortcake from that black top. And I don't care who you watch, what you do. And we're going to do a video over the screw top versus the black top soon. I do not get that strawberry shortcake kind of note in the screw top.
Well, and there's rumors out there that they're going to pull back the line and start making it their own thing. So it could change once again and come out again later on.
So if you come across it Early Times, it should be around $23, $27, depending on liquor store specs, whatever, Total Wine, whatever you get it. But that is one of the best values in bourbon left, and I don't know if it's going to continue to be so once Sazerac starts using their own stuff, but who knows? I'm going to be honest because I did a poll in our Bourbon Nerds community chat group on Facebook, and it was what is your favorite distillery? And I struggled with that for a while, and I know it's very controversial, but so for my $20 to $30 bottle, I'd choose Buffalo Trace. I find that bottle is just consistent. You can drink it neat. You can mix it. I mean, you can do whatever you want with that bottle. It's solid. Buffalo Trace is my favorite distillery. When I look at what I love more than anything, some of my favorite bottles, like Eagle Rare, George T. Stagg, the best bourbon on the planet, E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, and just some of those, and Thomas Handy. I mean, I hate to say those tater bottles. I know those are hard to find, and I see all those people posting like, oh, I just got a William Llewellyn and George T. Stagg, and great. I have mad respect to you. I don't have a William Llewellyn yet, but I just think Buffalo Trace is like a gold standard of bourbon, and you get a little grape, cherry, oak. I think it's just consistent. It's just a great bottle. So
I chose Bardstown for my favorite distillery. I just like what Bardstown does. I think they do a lot of really cool, fun things. I've never had anything bad from them. They do a lot of experimental stuff. Yep. They just seem like a very open and community driven distillery. Like they want everyone to succeed kind of thing rather than, we're rivals. Cause I've heard that their restaurants bar to none when it comes to like distillery restaurants, but they also serve every distillery there. They don't just serve Bardstown stuff. You can get anything there. And so that's really cool. It's like, they're just trying to, show the taste of Kentucky or the taste of, whatever. I don't know. I really like them a lot.
No, I mean, they were my second. That's what I was like in my mind going through because I love Bardstown. I actually opened yesterday, whenever my aunt and uncles after the funeral service and stuff, and opened a Discovery Series 11 and shared it with them. And
honestly, the 11 and 12 are pretty close. Like I side by side them the other day, and I'm like, man, these are both just bangers, man. They're just so good. Like, I don't know. I picked 12 as the winner, but I think I'll equally enjoy both of them the same.
I don't know. I was drinking the 11 last night. I was like, oh my God, this is so good.
I think the 12 had a little more darker notes to it, and so they're a little different.
They're both amazing bottles.
Yeah, so good.
It's like my firstborn child versus my secondborn child.
And we'll talk a little bit. The Discovery Series 13 has been announced, and we'll go over the stats for that later. But we'll move on to the $30, $40 range. Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. It's around 31. Sometimes you can find it for 29. But I love Redwood Empire. I like what they do. This is kind of the first bourbon that I really, really got into. I loved, which I still love it. I like the cast strength a little more. And actually, I finally bought the 101 for the Star Wars episode.
Oh, you got the 101?
It's good.
Oh, I'm excited to try
it. Yeah. I enjoy it. It's really good. It's got a lot of cinnamon to it. Yeah. And so I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll like it. So
yeah, I mean, again, that's a solid bottle. I think my fiance bought that one for one of my Christmas. I don't know if it's last Christmas or I don't know. Christmas is running together these days.
The Pipe Dream?
Yeah, she bought that one for me. So I think I traded you one.
Yeah, and I just really like their labeling. They have some amazing art.
Their labels are phenomenal. They have some of the best labels out there.
I really want to go check them out and go see the redwood forests and go to the distillery and stuff. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, so once you get done with that, I want you to try. This is one of it's not on my list, but because it's kind of harder to find, but it's a Brown Forman
the
product.
Cooper's Craft.
It's like my...
Oh, is it Brown Forman? Okay.
Yeah, it's a Brown Forman product. Cooper's Craft, 100 proof. Don't ever buy the other non-100 proof one. It's not near as good. But
yeah, I just poured the old Granddad 114, which I need to get a new bottle. Mine's been gone for a little bit.
So people may riot over this $30 to $40 pick by me, but Michter's Bourbon... is typically around $40-ish, $39.99. I've seen it a lot of places at $39.99.
Now, I will say the sour mash is probably an acquired taste, so I would try that before buying that one. Because I got that one and I was kind of disappointed in it.
So Michter's is a distillery that I was highly recommended when I was getting into whiskey from a lot of people. I wasn't the biggest fan, but I'll say like when I think of bottles lately that I've just been blown away by, Michter's is up there, and they're quickly growing to one of my favorite distilleries.
They're really cool too. I just hate that a lot of their like really good stuff is just so hard to get.
Yeah.
Like their toasted stuff and it's I don't know. And that's another thing I really like about Bardstown. I feel like there's not many Bardstowns I've had too many issues getting. Whereas like Buffalo Trace, only a couple turkeys have been harder to get.
I don't know, dude. The Discovery Series 11 and 12 just like the 11 was out for a while. It got super popular. Then the 12 was out and gone in like a
but we got one. I mean, we found it. I mean,
we did.
Specs and that's the thing. Specs gets those, and those are like I guess you could call them allocated that they don't give to their stores or restaurants or whatever. Yeah. So I guess those would be easier to get. I wish we could get more Jack stuff.
Oh yeah,
I've never seen Jack 10, 12, or 14 in our specs.
People are I'm getting tired of people sleeping on Jack Daniels. Like this for whatever reason that keeps coming up in my random conversations with people or asking me, "What do you recommend?" And I just don't ever.
Don't do number 8. We're good.
Yeah, number 7.
Number 7. Yeah, I was thinking benchmark number 8.
Yeah, you're good. But so Michter's, again, highly recommend. I know you can find it sometimes for $42, $45. It just really depends on that. But I had it recently. I was at one of my favorite restaurant in Bogota, Colombia. It's called Nueve. They do like a tapas style, phenomenal experience. If you ever get to go, if you shout me a PM if you're in the area, I'll give you the address and all that for it. I go there I take a lot of my favorite clients there. So, but I love all my clients. But no, any client that goes to Bogota, I try to take them there. It's just such an amazing place. But yeah, they had Michter's there, and I was like, you know what? They don't have any. They didn't, Colombia, like those places in the Caribbean and Colombia, they don't have a lot of great bourbon.
I'm kind of surprised they had Michter's.
I was surprised too, and I'm like, you know what? I wanted the Michter's. They didn't really have anything else that tickled my fancy.
Usually, it's just like Jim Beam, Jack Daniels.
They have a ton of Scotch and all that stuff, but so I got Michter's, and I'm like. I got a pour for my client, and we drank it neat, and he's like, man, this is good. I was like, yeah, this is really good. I haven't had it in a while. I've almost finished my bottle. I will be getting a backup of that. So, but anyways, let's keep moving on. We've got a lot. So $40 to $50.
I had the Bullet bottled and bond in here because it's so good, but it's so new, which it's funny because the one I do have on here is also new, but I went ahead and put, which probably isn't out there everywhere, but the Prideful Goat 12. The reason I put that on there is because where are you going to find a good 12-year-old? And then this is a rye, but I think the Prideful Goat 12 is just amazing.
You feel in love with that bottle.
I love that
Captain
one.
Crunch, right? Is that
Captain Crunch? Yeah, Randall was like, Captain Crunch. He's like, where are you going to find a good 12-year-old, bottle of, it's rye, but some rye mash bills have higher corn. It just kind of depends on which. This one was a 7-year Canadian rye that was finished 5 years in Texas. So I think that Texas heat helps, but I drank some more last night. It's great. I love it. And so I would also highly recommend the Bullet Bottled and Bond. So
yeah. Okay. Oh, you giving extras over here in that range?
I've kind of said extras in a lot of the ranges, just like, hey, there's some awesome stuff.
All right. My $40 to $50 bottle is Green River Full Proof.
Solid. That
is probably becoming the best value on the bourbon market right now. It's usually around $49.99, depending where you get it.
It definitely revitalized the Green River brand. And actually, I've read that they're coming out with you said that they're coming out with a foolproof wheated?
Yes.
I think that's going to be amazing.
like my other favorite bottle, their cheaper bottle of it, which is, you may hear that name come up in my.
Because I didn't like their bourbon very much. So if I think that way about their foolproof is really good, maybe the wheat's just going to be out of this world.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to try it. Yeah, I saw somebody blinding it. So so let's move over to $50 to $60.
50 to 60, I had the Bardstown high wheat, but I have that on my starter bar. Spoiler alert. But so I just put the Bardstown bottled in bond. I think it's just solid. It's really good. It's actually a high wheat. It's a little bit lower wheat than the high wheat.
Yeah.
If that's not confusing, but I think the Bardstown, I think any of the Origin series is great. I need to get the rye. The rye is the only one I haven't tried, but
yeah, I haven't tried the rye either.
But this is the black label one. The white label one's the high rye, but they're both delicious.
That's your favorite distiller. You're slacking, man.
What? Oh yeah, I do. I would have gotten it, but Specs didn't have it, so I am going to get it next time I see it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So mine is Jack.
I actually got that Sagamore instead.
Oh, okay. Well, I love Sagamore.
Yeah, it's great.
I can't wait to do a Sagamore episode. We need to hit them up. They're in Baltimore, but Maryland, for all you people that know where Baltimore.
Maryland.
No, there's a funny joke I have about that I'll have to share. Maybe I'll share. All right, I'll share. So I'm in Barbados. And I'm at Buzo's, which is outside the Courtyard Marriott. It's an Italian restaurant. They have amazing pizza. If you're ever in Barbados, you're at the Marriott, go walk. It's like right down in the parking lot. And there's a couple people sitting at the bar. It's me. I forgot who else was with us. I had a couple clients with me. And I think, my boss was there, Mark, and someone else, and I can't remember. But there was a girl there, and she's from Baltimore, and she's talking about, I love Sagamore. And I knew that Sagamore was in Maryland. I did not know it was in Baltimore because I don't think they advertise that they're in Baltimore on their bottles. But in general, and so my smart aleck client was like, oh, yeah, just by the way, Baltimore is in Maryland. And it became a joke.
It does say by Sagamore Spirits, Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh, it does? Okay. I guess I've never read that. So I always look at the front.
You got to read the labels, Cody.
Why won't you read?
Oh, fun fact, it's gluten-free.
Gluten-free, that's great. But anyway, so it became a big joke. Hey, by the way, Cody, Baltimore's in Maryland. So, which I know that, but now I know that Sagamore is in Baltimore, Maryland.
Did you know Baltimore is in Maryland? That reminds me of the Always Sunny. Whenever he's like, "Did you know there's two cities in what is it?
Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia?" He's like, "Did you know Pittsburgh's in Philadelphia?"
Yeah.
He's like, because he's just so lost. He's like, I don't understand. Yeah. I love that episode. He's like,
in Pennsylvania. He's like,
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
He's like, there's two cities in Pennsylvania.
He's like, no, I thought it was just Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, it was kind of like that. So it was a funny moment. Insert shoe in mouth, but I wanted to share that with you.
Did you do your 50 to 60?
No. Jack Daniel, You interrupted me. Jack Daniel's single barrel.
You told a whole story about Baltimore.
Barrel proof rye. That is one of the best ryes on the market. Yes, Jack Daniel's makes a damn good rye.
I actually had the barrel proof bourbon in my hand at Specs, but I put it back. I'll get it eventually. It's 100. That one up there was 135.
Huh? Was it 135 proof?
It was 135.7.
Ooh.
So I was like, that's getting up there.
Yeah. I think mine's a 135.8.
I'm looking for that 140.
I've never seen that one. If I see it,
that Paul guy that randomly flexes on me sends it to me.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move over to $60 to $70. I'll start with this one. A list would not be complete unless I made love to James E. Pepper. James E. Pepper, barrel proof and decanter bottle. Let's go. I haven't talked about James E. Pepper in a long time. I love you, James E. Pepper. Please reach out to
James
us. Send us a bottle.
Pepper.
We love you, and you're not a sponsor.
It's the drink that you want to drink.
Yeah. What's your $60 to $70 bottle? Drop some knowledge on us.
Knob Creek 12.
Ooh, Snickers and glass.
I don't want to hear that people can't find this. I went through like 6 different specs the other day, and I found like 4 of them had Knob Creek 12.
Yeah.
And Apollo always has it. Like it's out there. Like $65 all day, great value.
All day.
Delicious.
It's one of my favorite bottles. And I wish to God, if Knob Creek ever sponsors us, that's like James E. Pepper and Knob Creek, which is obviously
Jim Beam's another one I've liked a lot of their stuff.
Yeah. But all right, let's move over to $70 to $80. What you got for me?
So I put the Electric barrel proofs on here just because I think the age statement and the proof and stuff, it's hard to beat a good $75 Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Yeah.
I know some people are got really spoiled by the C923 and they're starting to hate on these other ones. But I'm like,
well,
I don't know, man. Like, there's some good stuff on there.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people have been leaning towards larceny barrel proofs lately, which we haven't been picking a lot of those up. We need to go back.
Fun fact, I've not tried any larceny barrel proofs.
Yes, you have. I gave you a sample.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was a 22, but
okay.
We'll have to try it again. Yeah, I have a couple. I have some of the older ones, but they're apparently getting better and better. So I remember forever I could not find the larceny barrel proof, but that's a good choice. So I wanted to put Steel Austin in here and I added, so I had to cross because the red corn last year was one of my favorite bottles, but I have the red and blue corn from Steel Austin. I think those are phenomenal products. I did not get this year's blue corn or the one from last year.
Yeah, I was looking all over for it, and then after we did that like announcement or whatever, some guy posts on there, "Oh, I found it randomly." I'm like, "Oh, I hate you.
Yeah,
I hate you so much." I was looking all over for it.
So I had the one the year before, but I've
just been lazy. I've ran across it so many times.
I know.
I just never picked it up.
I was like, "Oh, we'll get it next time." Remember, I kept saying that. I'm like, "Oh, I'll get it next time."
Don't say you're going to get it next time because it's not going to be there next time.
Yeah, just buy it. If you're going to buy it and you want to buy it, just buy it when you want to buy it. That's my best advice.
Buy. Sell.
Sometimes it just won't be there. So that's my $70, $80. You already gave yours, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mine was the Logic Grade barrel proof.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Boring. All right, let's go to $80, $90. What you got for me?
Frey Ranch Uncut. This is a delicious bottle that I've already finished, and I already have to get another one. I had it for maybe a month, and it was gone.
Dude, that bottle is legitimately like a freaking, it's like a puzzle. Like it changes.
It keeps changing, dude. It's so addicting because I'm like, one second I'm getting like tart cherry pie. The next minute I'm getting baked apples. The next minute I'm getting some allspice. I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I want in bourbon. I want bourbon to be, complex, and I want it to have a lot of different things going on for you. Yeah, Frey Ranch Uncut has everything you'd want in a bourbon.
I agree. It's very good. I'm holding out for a store pick, and we saw them and we just didn't get them, but when I run across the next one, I will snap by that in a heartbeat. If you're a Willet fan, Willet's starting to.
Yeah, they say it's very similar to Willet because they do a
similar profile.
Pretty sim. Well, they have a very similar process to what they do because they do everything on property. They grow everything. Everything is from a farm to bottle on their property. So that's the same thing.
Grain to glass.
Grain to glass.
Yeah, that's the proper way to say it for our bourbon nerds community.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, my $80 to $90 bottle is none other, and you may say, "Oh, those are allocated where I live." I'm sorry if they're allocated where you live. They've been all over the place lately. Old Forester single barrel proof store pick.
There's literally bottles sitting everywhere that I've seen. Yeah. Like at Apollo, you can go get one right now.
Yeah, they're all over the place, and I will kid you not, I have not had a bad one of those.
I've seen a lot more this year than in past years,
and I love it. I'm so glad that those are becoming more available. I love those bottles. The one I got from Specs and the one I'm sipping on right now, I just got one from Goody Goody.
I just finished the grandfather bottle.
Oh God, that one's so good.
Oh, I think I threw it away without pulling that sticker off.
Dude, you listen. I didn't ever put my sticker on. I have it. That sticker's so epic.
Well, I wanted to pull the sticker off and like keep them as like a keepsake.
Yeah, like
I just remembered. I think I threw it away.
A little collage of stickers.
I'll have to check when I get home.
Yeah. Did you pour that? No, you didn't get the.
Yeah, the Cooper's Craft.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's what I just did.
All right, try it and tell me what you like. Yeah, but those Old Forester single barrel proof store picks. I don't know if they do non-store picks. I've never seen a non-store pick, but
that's pretty good.
I'm sure they do. Yeah, it's a great bottle. Those run around $25 to $30.
I just heard these are harder to find.
They are hard to find, but Discount ordered me that one actually. If I requested it.
I wonder if they'll do it more. We can get a couple of these.
They changed owners. I'm sure
they're $25-$30.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing. Bottle. It's my secret bottle. Like
I've heard people talk about this one on.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's complex too for a 100 proofer. It changes flavors and get a little bit of brown sugar. A lot of brown sugar.
It says produced and bottled by Brown-Forman. Mm-hmm. It doesn't say distilled.
Well, it's produced and bottled. That's close enough.
No, I think they're being tricky.
Well, maybe they are. I don't know. It's good. It's delicious. I don't get the banana Foster note, but I do get some brown sugar. It's delicious. A little baking spice. I mean, it's good.
Distilled at BSP Kentucky 354.
If you find one of those, buy it. You'll love it. It's delicious. So yeah, that's my 80 to 90. So let's go over to 90 to 100. This was a hard category because everything is like in that range is kind of above 100 because there was so many balls. I'm like, oh, it's $100. That's over $100. I was trying to do Little Book. Little Books are my favorite Jim Beam products, and I'm so sad.
I was drinking on the Little Book 6 last night. It's still really good. Very good bottle.
I love Little Book. Those are. And
it's crazy because it's actually younger bourbon in those too.
I don't know what they're doing to those Little Books. The older ones are great. The new ones.
Freddie No just knows what he's doing.
Freddie No knows. Yeah. So
I have the Four Roses single barrel strengths.
Yeah.
I think those are great. Like I have one. I don't know what the recipe is on it, but it's 11-year and it's delicious. And I'm like, man, it's hard to beat these for $90.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go against you a little bit, and I don't disagree. Those are. I mean, really,
they should be kind of in the Elijah barrel proof range.
Yeah, you have that 11-year-old, which is just insane. Remember my 9, which was good.
Yeah.
They're great bottles. Don't discredit. I agree with you. Those are phenomenal. Pick them up. But I think those new red Four Roses single barrels are just fire, man. They're very good.
They're 100 proof. So these are barrel strength. I know, but the barrel strength. I mean, barrel strength's always going to get you a little. It's always going to cost a little bit more.
I know it is. So I picked from my 90 to 100. I picked the Penelope Estate series with the 9-year
allocated. He picked an allocated one.
Is it allocated? I found it. I found it at Fossil Creek on the shelf.
Well, I found mine at Specs on the shelf, but you can't go there now and find it anymore.
Okay, well, it was there for a while.
It's fine. I almost picked Stag for my $60 one, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. This Penelope Estate series, the 10-year is not as good as the 9. I don't know how that's possible, but whatever they did the 9-year, I get glazed.
Single barrel too, also.
Sugar donuts, yeah.
Is the 9 single barrel?
I'm not sure. I have to look it up.
I know the 10-year was, and that could be the difference. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and that's just a really tough category. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. What $90, $100? Because I bet you're listening. When you listen to this, you're going to be screaming bloody murder. I can't believe you didn't choose, and I'm sure you're probably right. I didn't choose something.
And just wait. We might mention it on our Build a Bar.
Yeah.
Just give us a second. We're about to move over.
It's so hard to build a bar in this economy. So.
Well, I've seen a lot of YouTubers do it, and recently I'm like, that'd be kind of an interesting segment. That's a good segue. We just finished this one, right?
Yeah.
So okay. On. So a lot of the YouTubers have picked $150, but we're like, screw it, dude. What if you had $200?
It's 2025, guys. You can't even buy anything for under $200.
Yeah. So let's see what I got. So
eggs are like $7 right now, dude. $6.
What is
eggs?
Eggs. I don't give a crap about eggs.
Dude, it's one of the best.
Don't come at me with eggs.
Dude, it's the best protein source for the money you can buy.
So my list has a kind of a good mix of everything. So I have the Michter's Single Barrel Rise. I think those are fantastic bottles for $48.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
So you get your rye. Well, you also kind of want a wheater on there. So why not get the Bardstown High Wheat, $50?
Man, you're going to have like 2 bottles in your...
I get a little cheaper. You want something with a little age. Russell's 10-year for $43 is a good one. You want something a little higher wheat, kind of to get with a little higher proof to kind of get used to. So you got your old Granddad 114 at $26.
Jerk. I have it for $24.
Oh, you got a little cheaper.
$2.
And then you got to get your Tater bottle in there. So you got your Buffalo Trace for $26.
Okay,
mine comes out to 193 whatever. So
I think I went over like $2 or something.
So you have a wheater, you have a rye, you have another high rye, and then you have your Tater and age. So I kind of put a little bit of everything in my list. So
yeah, no, that's a pretty good list. I think I went over just a little bit on mine, but that's okay. You can sue me. It's all right. No worries. All right.
Cody likes to cheat.
I do like to cheat. So you're not going to build a bar without Wild Turkey 101. I'm sorry. And they can run for. I've found it multiple places for $20. I'm sorry if you can't get it for $20, $24. It's around the range. So, there's not going to ever be a list I create that's not going to have some Knob Creek product. Knob Creek 9 for $33. Knob Creek 9 is just outrageously good,
especially the single barrel 120 proof picks. Those are
those
awesome.
Yummy, but those are a little more expensive.
They're not that much more.
I don't have the budget for that in mind. So we got Wild Turkey 101. We got Knob Creek 9. Then I have Buffalo Trace. There's not a Build-A-Bar out there for the value. I saw Buffalo Trace for $24. Absolutely. I did choose. It's kind of like, because I wanted to put as many bottles as I possibly could in here. I did do Four Roses, the OESK single barrel, the new one, the red label, the $49. I had to have a weeder in here, and when I'm thinking of weeders lately and value, I'm thinking of Green River weeded. I love that bottle. Apples, candy apples, man, all day long. I love that bottle so much. Around $30 lately. I got mine for $27 on a spec deal, so I know it's usually around $33, but and then early times bottle and bond, baby, $23. I think the black tops that we found were like $29, but typically at specs it's around $21 to $23. So
well, that was after tax and everything. They were like 26 plus tax.
Well, we're not doing taxes on here, man. That'd be too crazy.
Well, but that's what I'm saying is like it's like $26.
Yeah, and then I did Old Gradnad 114. That's just makes a great old fashioned. You could replace that with Sazerac Rye. I think Sazerac Rye is a really good bottle. That's what, like $32. A little more expensive, but yeah, that's kind of my. I don't think. And then my honorable mention is Cooper Craft 100 proof, which we are drinking right now. It's a delicious bottle. It is.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing honorable mentions. Jeez,
you shut your mouth. Yeah, it's delicious. It is a Brown-Forman product. They bottle and source it, I guess. I don't know.
I would highly recommend
No, it says Brown-Forman Cooperage. They're not putting their cooperage in somewhere else.
But I was just saying on the back it says produced and distilled by Brown-Forman.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very good bottle. I've always loved this bottle. It doesn't get talked. It used to get a lot of hype. People are kind of sleeping on it because it's just like it's harder to find for whatever reason. I had Discount Liquor order me that one specifically for me. I told her they needed to carry that. I'll see. So the Sullivans just bought the wine cellar, and then Big Daddy's bought the Discount Liquor. So we probably talked about them to get them to order us some bottles of that stuff. And then another honorable mention is the Old Forester 100 proof. I think that's just a phenomenal. That's a bottled Old Forester Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It's a great mixer. Great, you can sip it on neat. And I'm not honestly a huge Old Forester fan, but I do love those single barrel proofs. I think it's the best, one of the best bottles.
Well, I'm going to have a freaking honorable mention.
Do your honorable mention.
I think you should try the Jim Beam 7, the black one.
I haven't. I have.
I know. I'm not. I'm talking to our audience.
Oh,
you should try that. Yeah. I'm not talking to you, Cody.
Yeah, I've had that. I have one.
No, those are
like
really.
Knob Creek 9 better, but.
Yeah,
it's cheaper. It's like a $22 bottle, 23.
Yeah, something like that. You get like the 1 liter for like $30. Like it's really good. Obviously, yeah, Wild Turkey 101 is really good. I will say the 101 8-year. I don't know what the price on that. I'm guessing it's going to be $40 to $50, but that's going to be a good one to have too. So.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's going to conclude from Barrel of Brain. I know that was pretty long, and I thought those were fun activities. Love to hear what you guys think we missed and what you think we got right. But I like my list, and I'm sticking to it.
I think we broke a record for the longest from barrel to brain ever.
That's a fun activity.
No, it was fun. Yeah,
that's a lot of what this podcast is all about. So let's move over to Nerd Rage.
Burn out.
All right. So we're going to start with Poor Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, Poor Buffalo Trace. So they had some flooding going on at Buffalo Trace. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Are you ready for the Buffalo Trace warehouse flood surviving?
I am.
Or I guess it'd be E.H. Taylor, right?
E.H. Taylor Flood Survivor Series, yeah. $6,000 a bottle.
I wish I would have read over this article a little bit, but I know that they were flooded for like a week and they had to cancel. And I know the employees couldn't even make it.
So the water hasn't gotten that high. It's a 200-year, like the water hasn't gotten that high in 200 years.
Which is crazy. I mean, we had a pretty good flood like that around here. What year was that? Do you remember when the
2016?
Bridge?
Yeah.
The bridge flooded up here.
Yeah, you couldn't even cross the Roosevelt Bridge, yeah. Like Texoma was underwater. Like it rained literally for like 40 days straight.
And as of right now, I know this press release came out a couple of days ago. As of right now, I don't know if everything's been fully open to visitors yet. So I don't know how that's going to affect things. It would be interesting to see like a flood survivor bottle.
Series bottle. Yeah.
They're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It says, as of now, the distillery will be closed to visitors through Sunday, April 13th, which is the day we're recording. I know this is going to come out later, but yeah, very, very sad. It sucks and I'm sure Buffalo Trace isn't the only one that was affected in that whole thing, because there are a lot of distilleries in the area, but
Buffalo Trace was all over the news. I mean, I was seeing it. People were sharing that with me left and right. So hearts out, thoughts and prayers to Buffalo Trace. Please, God, keep making your bourbon. We don't want to not be able to find your stuff. It's already crazy enough as it is.
Yeah, we were finally seeing Buffalo Trace and Weller Special Reserve dusting on shelves. So
yeah, thank goodness.
All right, so do you have anything else on the floods, or do you want to move on to some of the labels?
No, we've got so much to talk about. There's so many new labels coming out. Some
new labels that we have coming out. So you see the new Makers release?
Yeah, I did. I think I shared it with you first.
Star Hill. Mm-hmm. It's 1 part 70% wheat, 30% malted barley, and then 1 part 100% malted soft red winter wheat.
I know. I'm excited about that.
It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting. I don't have the statistics on what it would cost or anything, but I'm always excited for new makers. I like wheated bourbon. So yeah,
especially that mash bill seems pretty interesting. So I mean, if you're looking for a good malted barley bourbon, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Makes a really good malted barley whiskey. If you haven't had any of their stuff, their Bottle and Bond is very good. So we haven't talked about them at all, hardly, but I wanted to give them a little bit of love.
I'm trying to look up the Star Hill stuff real quick. Hang on 1 second.
We also got a Penelope 17-year single barrel rye.
Single barrel rye, yeah, that looks like it's going to be really
17-year. Sign me up.
So going back real quick to the makers, it says tasting notes the aroma is going to be rich and pleasant with notes of buttery caramel, golden raisins, and gingerbread. That sounds pretty good. I'm trying to find the proof on this.
Yeah, anytime you got a rum barrel, you got raisins.
114.7 proof.
Ooh.
That's going to be good.
All right. Yeah. Now you're speaking my love language.
Yeah, American wheat whiskey is what they're calling it.
Yeah.
This label's kind of plain, but this is locally grown whiskey formed to showcase the influence of our land, nature as the maker. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. Should be pretty interesting.
I can't wait to try it. Yeah.
Oh, I already had the damn thing pulled up. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Why are you cussing at me?
Okay. Let's see. So another thing, Woodford Reserve is releasing a barrel strength rye, which I sent you that video of that guy trying one of the highest proof things that they released, and he said it was terrible.
Yep.
I don't know what is it about Woodford. I just don't enjoy much Woodford stuff.
It's like too oaky, super oaky. Even I watched Bruzel's video of the double oaked, and I know Theron liked it.
He liked it too. He said it was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, he said it was pretty good, but he said very specific.
You have to like oak.
Yeah, you have to like oak a lot. So, and I don't dislike oak, but I have a breaking point on oak.
All right, going back to the Penelope 7-year, it's a single barrel. It's going to be straight rye whiskey.
17 or 7?
17.
17, yeah.
114.9 proof. Ooh. I bet that's going to be pretty good.
That makes me happy.
Barrel Bourbon's releasing a full proof 11-year, which, everyone was talking about them going bankrupt, so I guess not. They're still releasing stuff.
Yeah, they're still coming out with
this has a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys ranging in age from 11 to 20 years, 123 proof. I mean, that sounds pretty dang good.
I need to try more barrel stuff. I haven't really got to try a lot of their stuff, to be honest.
Dude, that Mizzen Hard Barrel I have is amazing. Oh,
I know. Yeah,
I've been really saving that. That's
very good. Yeah.
They're also releasing it says batch 37. It's a cask strength. It's a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. Kentucky 10-year, Indiana 8, 11, and 12-year, and then Tennessee 13, 14, and 15-year, which kind of makes me nervous because it could be Dickel. Ooh. And you know how Dickel does. Usually it's Tennessee, it's it's either Dickel or like Jack or something.
Yeah.
That one's going to come out to 111.38 proof.
Okay.
One of the things I thought was interesting is it IW Harper?
Yeah. What did you say? Like a 34?
34-year-old.
Shoot, that's almost older than me. That's
what the hell, man?
34-year. I don't even know how that.
There wasn't a whole lot of information on that. I just thought that was kind of interesting.
I know that some people have talked about their 15. I have not tried any IW Harper.
I haven't heard anything good from IW Harper. So
there's like a 15-year-old that's supposed to be pretty decent. I saw it a couple years ago. People were talking about it, but I haven't heard much from them at all. So I have no idea. If you like IW Harper, you know anything about them, and we should try them, let us know if you'd like to hear.
Yeah, I've seen some of their bottles. Their bottles look nice.
I like their bottle. They got it's kind of like the Belfour bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks exactly like that almost. So.
Old Granddad is releasing a 7-year bottled in bond. Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to be pretty good. Age statement's making a comeback. Like, they're really starting to do age stating on everything. Like, the Jim Beam's like throwing 7-year on it.
People never should have got rid of age statements. It was,
yeah, true. I mean, and
look
then
at what's happened to Elisha Craig. People have threw a fit. A lot of people, I haven't bought. They're still doing kind of their age. They're doing their age statements, but they've reduced. I guess it's
so they're. C923 is like 13 year, 37.
Yeah, and they're doing all like
each new bat is less. And I get it. Like, I think C923 was just one of those.
The last of the legends.
Yeah.
And I can't believe Ty hooked you up with that bottle.
I still have half that bottle. I'm really.
You should nurse that one. Yeah. I have mine. Yours is better than mine. I wonder if the laser codes are different or something.
You have a C923?
Yeah.
And you think mine's better?
I brought it to the river as the first. Really,
no, but you think mine's better than yours?
We need to side by side it.
Yeah, I guess we look at the laser codes and see. Old Overholt's coming out with their 12-year. I think they're just going to keep releasing
older
stuff.
One.
Yeah, it's Jim Beam, straight rye,
and it's all
cast
good.
strength.
I never had a bad old Overholt. I think the 10-year was phenomenal. The 11-year was good. I got to try a sample of that, and I can't wait to try the 12-year.
Booker's has a new reserves. It's Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in tequila barrels. 8 years, 12 months, 2 days, 127.8 proof. So
that's interesting. So remember I did the blind, which was one of my biggest videos I've released. I think it had over 10,000 views. I did William Lureller, George T. Stagg, Camp Nelson from Russell's. I forgot which one. Was it F?
I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever. One of the newest Camp Nelson from last year, and then I did Booker's Reserves 2304, I think it was, or 2404. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look at the video.
Yeah, I have to look at the video. But the Reserves actually got third, which it was better than the Camp Nelson. I really enjoyed the Booker's. So tequila barrels, I don't know, like.
Dude, I really like that High West.
Yeah, High West is good. I mean, I like tequila a lot, but I don't like it as much as bourbon. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm willing to try it. Yeah, Sagamore's great, and they're in Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore, Maryland, Cody. Another thing, the Elijah Craig is releasing a barrel proof rye.
That perked my interest.
134.1 proof.
Yeah,
12 years, 2 months.
That might get bottled. That might be in contention bottle of the year.
That's one we're gonna definitely have to pick up and try. Hopefully, it's good. I mean, I think it's gonna be hard not to be good. We got the 1792 extended cask finish. That's gonna be 1792 finished in rum casks.
It's gonna be, sign me up.
It's gonna be 95 proof, so we'll see. Yeah,
that's sad.
Yeah.
At least give me 100 proof, man.
Well, and I think rum goes better with like ryes. I think if you're going to do a rum finish, I think you need to do rye.
I wholeheartedly agree.
The Russell's single rickhouse this year is going to be Camp Nelson E, which it doesn't have any statistics on here. I don't know what the proof or anything is going to be.
There's so many new bottles coming out. It's insane. Got to catch them all.
Matured on floor 5, whatever that means.
Floor 5, yummy.
Jack Daniel's toasted barrel.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be interesting. It says single barrel heritage barrel, 100 proof, toasted barrel. Modern interpretation of our earliest barrel making process, featuring handcrafted, heavily toasted, and low char barrels. So I think that's gonna be really interesting. Bardstown Discovery Series 13, 55.4% alcohol, 110.8 proof. It's gonna be double barreled in American and Hungarian oak. So, and I think they're doing that because they have a little bit younger bourbons.
Yeah.
So,
give real quick, extra punch.
Yeah. So they have 45% 9-year Kentucky, 74% corn, 18% rye, 8% malted barley. I'm not a pro on these mash bills. I'm sure I'll figure them out when someone tells me what they are. 22% Kentucky 9-year corn, 78%, 10% rye, or 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley. 20% 15-year Kentucky, 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley.
What is that, little Russell's 15?
It could be. 13% Kentucky 8-year corn, 70%, 21% rye, 9% malted barley. The interesting thing on this one is they don't
confuse the shit out of me.
Yeah, the interesting on this one, they don't have any of their own stuff in it. They had their own stuff in the last two.
It's all Kentucky though, right?
All Kentucky.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good.
It's going to be a banger. I can't wait to get it. I will pick it up. We're Bardstown, fanboys. I can't wait to go visit their distillery. They got a beautiful new distillery.
Dude, I want to go eat lunch there. I want to do
eat lunch. There. I want to try all their new stuff. I can't wait to get I want to get the 13.
So that one's really exciting. I'm really excited about that one. I've liked the last couple Discovery series. So,
they were phenomenal. So, yeah.
And double barreled. Like, that's taking it to a whole new level.
All right. Well, that I think will conclude Nerd Rage. Let's move over to Whiskey Sideline.
Whiskey Sideline.
We got a lot. So,
ooh, I got some juicy stuff for you real quick.
Okay.
To start off Whiskey Sideline. So you know how much we love the NILs, right?
Yeah, we love it.
Have you heard the news on this dude, Nico Leva, the quarterback for Tennessee?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
you just didn't pronounce that very well.
Nico Leva.
Not going to work here no more?
I mean, I don't feel like he was that good of a... Like, I think he was fine.
He was okay.
But apparently he's been a pain in the butt to work with. And Tennessee cut ties with him because they're sick of him. So I have a little thing here. So, where did it go? Okay. So his time with Tennessee football is over after demanding more money and a 2025 Bugatti Chiron, which is a $4.3 million car. Mm-hmm. He's a 5-star recruit, signed an NIL contract in March 2022 that could have paid him more than $8 million by the end of his third year. His camp wanted his NIL pay increase to $4 million per year and a brand new car, using the possibility of him entering the portal as leverage if his demands were not met. And then the coach, who's Josh Heupel from OU, informed the team that the Vols are moving forward without him, stating that they don't negotiate with student athletes. I also read an article where the coach for Oregon was letting Josh Heupel know that, hey, this guy's reaching out to other teams about possible, negotiating and, so that's the ugly head of the NIL there.
That's interesting. Well, that thing's going to get uglier until it gets
regulated. And like I was saying, I don't even feel like he was a top 5 quarterback this year. So I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. It's like, bro, you didn't even make it. Did Tennessee make the playoffs? I think maybe they did, but
yeah, they did.
They had some of the most insane receivers. He has no reason not to be successful.
They made the playoffs. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I wasn't that impressed by him personally. I think they had one of the most amazing set of receivers, and he just totally blew it. But that's just me personally.
Yeah, they did have good. All right. Well, we also have the Masters going on. So Roy McIlroy, big fan of his. He is currently winning. I don't like to do current updates. Justin Rose is right on his butt, which is crazy because
talking to the mic.
Oh, Chamber. Yeah, sorry. Roy McIlroy in the Masters is winning. He's minus 12. Justin Rose is right behind him, minus 11. And then you have Patrick Reed in third at minus 9. So I'm really rooting for Roy McIlroy. He's played a lot of events. He's a great golfer. Kind of falls apart. He started with a bogey today in the Sunday Masters, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see who wins. But we've got some exciting playoff discussions for both NBA.
And I kind of wish that the playoffs were set right now because when this episode comes out, we're probably already going to be close to round 2.
Yeah.
So we're talking about stuff that is probably already going to be set and whatever. But I know that I saw that, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I saw that the Stars are already matched up with the Avalanche in the first round, which doesn't make sense because we still have 2 games and we're only a point behind Vegas for the 2 seed. So I don't know. Hockey playoffs kind of confuse me sometimes. Maybe someone can clear that up for me in the comments. They'll be like, well, that was a long time ago. But also the Stars are on a 3-game losing skid, which looks terrible. And I'm hoping that maybe we're just like, we're already set in the playoffs. Hopefully we're just not playing very good because we're just already set. But if we play like that, we're not beating the Avalanche.
No, definitely not. They're a very good team. So,
and the freaking Jets, man, did you know that goalie for the Jets is he's like first in every goalie category? Like it's insane. He's been insane this season. So they're going to be a tough team to beat in the playoffs.
Who's going to get? Do you know who's top MVP candidate in hockey?
I mean, how do you not give it to Ovechkin?
Well, yeah, that's true. He broke.
I mean, he's not winning. He's not like leading in goals. He's top 10. I mean, he's top 10 in goals, but I'd say he's probably the most valuable player for his team.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think Ovechkin is definitely up there. I mean, you could also make an argument for like McKinnon from the Avalanche. You can make an argument for I can't think of his name, from Edmonton, McDavid.
Oh yeah, McDavid.
I mean, I don't know. I'd give it to the goalie for the Jets. That dude's been insane this season.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
He's first in every statistical category for goalies, which is just unheard of.
So do you think the Stars have a chance to win it all?
Not if we play like we did the last few games.
Okay. Well, who do you think's the favorite to win it?
I think the Jets look really good, but they're in our conference, so hopefully we at least play them in the conference finals. We'll see. We need to play better.
Yeah.
And the Avalanche has actually beat us 2-1 this season, so and the last one was an overtime game, so it might be a really fun series. It should be pretty good. I mean, Colorado's good. We have Rantanen, who was from Colorado, so maybe he's on a revenge tour. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, basketball, the playoffs are obviously rounding out. The Mavs are in the play-in tournament, which I'm not excited about. Really could give two shits, to be honest with you. Bleep that out.
If the Thunder don't win the Western Conference, I will be completely shocked.
I would absolutely be shocked, too.
I don't know any team in the Western Conference that looks as good as they do right now.
Yeah, and I think SGA is probably going to be clear favorite for MVP. I don't know if
it's clear in favor, but I think he does win MVP. I think Jokic has been just insane. Like he's been just as good as his MVP season, so it's hard to discredit him at all. But
they're in fourth place.
Also, I want to talk about them firing their coach 3 games before the playoffs.
Yeah, when they're in fourth place and they're already in the playoffs.
They were on a losing streak, but at the same, you're going into the playoffs, or do you not want to make that move later? I don't know. I thought that was kind of an interesting decision. And then I don't like Jokic
that decision.
I see Jokic writing up plays on the sideline. It's like, do you even have a coach now? Or?
Yeah. I don't like that decision at all.
I think it's a really bad timing. If you're going to make a coaching change, you should have done it at the All-Star break. But who
are you going to hire that's better than him?
Does an NBA coach even matter these days?
Yeah, I do. I think it does.
I think it does for some teams.
Yeah,
if you're
look at JJ Redick with the Lakers.
Yeah, LeBron's running that team.
Luka now.
Luka, LeBron. It doesn't matter. JJ Redick's not running that team.
No,
he's getting onto the younger players. He's not getting onto LeBron or Luka.
Well, no, you're not usually getting onto your star players. Oklahoma City's ran completely different because they're the last of the Mohicans of a real team.
You watch them. They're playing defense. They're hustling. They're just fun to watch. And
I don't know. Houston's pretty awesome too to watch.
Houston is good, and Houston's the 2 seed. Obviously. Yeah. No discredit towards Houston. I just think that Oklahoma City is just the better team, personally.
Yeah, I just, at this point, honestly, and it sucks that Phoenix is eliminated. I wish Dallas wasn't even in the play-in.
Dude, that's so funny that Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns are eliminated. How does that team not make the playoffs? I don't understand how you could mess up with him and Booker and whoever else is on the Suns. That's just bad.
Yeah, so for me and what I see the playoffs, and I knew Cleveland's ahead of Boston. I see Boston and OKC in the finals. I think that's
which I would prefer. I think we match up better against Boston.
Well, that's fine.
We've dominated those games.
I just don't think Cleveland's going to beat Boston in a 7-game series. I just don't.
No, I'm saying I'd rather play Boston than Cleveland.
Yeah, and New York. Have you seen their record against the top teams? They're
New York's pretty good. Yeah,
they're good, but they're 0-10 against the top 3 teams.
Yeah.
So I just don't see anyone
I think it's pretty clear that in the East it should be either Cleveland or Boston, and in the West it should be Oklahoma City.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see what Houston makes them with.
Someone put the Clippers as a favorite in the West, and I think the Clippers are fine. I don't think they can beat too many teams in a 7-game series. They're just too inconsistent.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see Dallas making much noise either. So
they're in the play-in game. They have to actually play to make it in. So which sure. I think personally, I think the play-in game is a joke. I think they built that for LeBron and the Lakers. We can't have a playoff without LeBron. We should do a play-in game.
Yeah, but I do enjoy the playoffs in NBA, so I'm looking forward to watching games. The
West is kind of insane because there's 1 game left, and it's kind of can jump like a 8th place team all the way up to fourth or whatever.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of teams with the same record right now.
Agreed. But I did want to talk about Luka's return to Dallas.
Yeah. I figured you would.
Did you see that video?
I saw a few videos, and I saw Mark Cuban shaking his head, and I've seen a lot like that. I'm sure that's why Landry wanted to go to that game. But it's like I'm sure it was super electric in there, and you could tell Luka was on a mission to really embarrass Dallas.
Yeah, he's only scored 45,
but he scored 31 in the first half. He could have had more.
He could have scored
but then LeBron had to get his points. So
for sure. But I think the most sentimental part was when they were playing like a tribute to Luka,
which is weird. That's a weird thing to do. I feel like that's a weird thing to do.
I think it's
almost like a too soon moment.
I mean, it was kind of like,
and I saw a lot of people like Luka's really getting emotional. Like if I was like LeBron, I'd be like, well, do you want to play here? Do you want to play in LA?
I saw that.
Shut up,
come on, dude. He got traded without any fucking recollection. And pardon my French. I thought that was such a touching moment. Luka got emotional. He was crying, just soft tears. His eyes were watering up. Made me water up a little bit, to be honest, being a Mavs fan and really loving Luka. And our arguments and fight on being a Mavs fan was loyalty, true, being, just loving a player and drafting him. And he was homegrown, kind of. And we lost that now, and we gave it to the Lakers, unfortunately. And he put 45 on us, and we lost that game. But and he posted, I don't forget where it exactly was, but I saw he posted after the game, I love Mavs fan, I love Dallas. It's time to move on. So I think it's time for all of us to move on. Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm still out on Dallas right now. I haven't watched a Mavs game since that trade happened. I've followed the Mavs. Not saying
they look rough. I'm kind of surprised they're making the playoff
we
game.
lost Kyrie. We've had a ton of injuries this year. And we lost Anthony Davis, which is not surprising. They call him street clothes Anthony Davis for a reason.
Is back, isn't he?
He's back now, but he wasn't. He got hurt his first game he played.
No, I remember that.
So I mean, it's just I don't. And they're now starting to say they're comparing this to the Babe Ruth trade with the Yankees.
I mean, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's where we're at. There's just no excusing it. I don't care. Like the blunder. I don't know if Nico just had a grudge and then he convinced. I don't know. Honestly,
I do want to bring up one thing. So the Oklahoma City Thunder won by double digits again today. So I know there was a statistic that they had won 51 games by double digits. Mm-hmm. I think they've won 52 or 53 now, but that was an NBA record.
Yeah, they're insane.
No team had ever won by double digits that much in NBA history.
I'll just go ahead and publicly say I'm rooting for Oklahoma City Thunder to win it all.
I am too, but I'm a Thunder fan. I've been a Thunder fan since they started, and I was really pissed off about the Kevin Durant stuff that went down. So, and I've actually heard rumblings that he might try to come back, and I'm like, ugh. I don't know if we would accept you back. I mean, we don't need Kevin Durant.
No,
it's like
you really don't.
That's the thing I feel like if he does go back to Oklahoma City, it's like he's chasing titles. That's exactly what he's been doing his whole career, and it's really annoying. Yeah. He actually could have won one in Oklahoma City if he'd have stuck it out.
Well, yeah, the whole Russell Westbrook thing, but yeah, I get it.
I don't blame Russ at all. Russ stuck around. He was loyal.
Yeah.
Russ was a hard player. I think Russ gets a lot of unnecessary hate.
You guys never should have lost to Golden State that one year.
Nope. And I blame all that on Kevin Durant. He seemed very out of it the whole series. You could tell, and he was saying I think he was already in Golden State during that series.
That sucks, but yeah, I don't know. I'm rooting for Oklahoma City Thunder. I've supported City Thunder. I know I'm a diehard Mavs fan. Well, I was. I don't know if I still am. Verdict's still out there. I think I'll come around eventually, but it's going to take me a minute. I'm still
you have to make some adjustments. Like the owners have to do something. Like I don't know. The Mavericks, I feel like, have a lot of work to do to regain their fan base.
You lost.
I mean, it's almost a too good to be true thing to where it's like
you lost Jalen Brunson and you traded one of the greatest players in the NBA.
Well, it almost seems like they're trying to get rid of the fan base so they can move to Vegas, and I hope that doesn't happen. But that's just really it just doesn't make any sense any other way.
Yeah, no, I mean it looks that way, but I don't think that's even possible. But we'll see. All right, Anything else for Whiskey Sideline?
Nope. Good.
Let's move over to Pop Culture Pour.
Pop Culture Pour. All right, I have some low budget movies. I thought it'd be fun for our budget episode.
Yeah.
I know you didn't really have a whole lot you were going, so I'm just going to bring up a few low budgets and their statistics, and then we can talk about them a little bit. So one of them I have on here is the Blair Witch Project. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, I've seen Blair.
So $60,000 give or take, and it made $240 million.
That's insane.
Kind of revitalized the whole like found footage thing, but like that just kind of shows you that really you don't need a whole lot of movie for creative purposes. There's actually a lot on here that will surprise you. So
yeah, but the Blair Witch Project to me was like it was like unheard of. Like it was.
Well, the marketing was great on that because you're like, oh man, this looks real.
Yeah.
You know, then that was the whole found footage thing.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I mean, I remember watching it. It was pretty scary kind of feeling. It was intense for a little bit. So
that's good. I like that movie.
I liked it.
Rocky.
Really?
Made off $1 million budget.
Okay. Well,
made $225 million.
That's probably the greatest movie ever.
So fun fact about that one is I think Sylvester Stallone was doing like adult movies to get by, and he was like sleeping on someone's couch writing this script for Rocky, and so like it's really like that like started his career. You know,
Adrian.
I mean, just imagine living on someone's couch and now.
Yo, Adrian, I love you, man. I used to do a Rocky impression, but not.
Paulie. Have you watched Tulsa King?
I have not yet.
There's some Tulsa King parts that's
so a friend
really
of mine
funny.
actually was on the Tulsa King. It's a funny story.
I have some friends who helped like do like cameras.
He was like the I don't know, special effects guy, and one of the special effects guys, and I can't even tell you how he got the job, but it was funny because he wasn't in movies and film at all, and that he basically ran into Sylvester Stallone and and then he got hired, and that's how he started his career. So it's pretty interesting.
There's a couple of really good shows, and like there's a lot of good movies and shows made in Oklahoma. Like I think Reservation Dogs is a newer one.
Yep.
Like there's a lot. Just real quick before we get too deep, what do you think about the Sagamore?
It's amazing.
Really
I've
good.
not ever had a bad Sagamore. It's delicious. If you are sleeping on Sagamore, you are missing out.
Yeah, this is a Sagamore 9-year. It's really good. Saw, which I think is a pretty obvious one, but that was made for 1.2 million, and it made 103 million. That was a pretty big. Like that was one of those like with the twist thing. You didn't have a lot of movies with twists, and so you didn't
those
really.
Saw movies like always like they're insane twists.
Yeah, me and Danielle really enjoy those a lot.
I like Saw a lot. Yeah, it's great.
Another one I really like, Mad Max.
Yeah,
$350,000 made 100 million.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
That was kind of pre Mel Gibson fame, so kind of launched his career. Another fun fact about Mad Max is the main villain in that one ended up becoming the villain he was the same actor who played the villain in Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, okay.
Same guy. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
That is cool.
Halloween was made with $300,000. It made 70 million. I mean, that's a classic horror movie.
No, 100%.
I think you'll find a lot of these are horror movies on here. Actually, I kind of tried to change it up. I didn't add a bunch, but they're like Friday the 13th was another one that could have been on here. There's a lot of horror movies that could be on here. Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, I could see that.
Made $400,000, made 46 million. Like that was I mean, I guess you could say it jump-started John Heater's career, but I don't really feel like his career really panned out that well. So
I mean, that's debatable, but yeah, he kind of had it was like a flash in the pan, but
that's a good movie. I mean, it's fun. It's funny.
Just want my quesadillas.
It was actually funny because I was watching an interview before we watched the movie Dropper yesterday, which is actually a really good movie. Have you seen the trailers for that? It's where she's on like a date, and turns out that she's getting text messages that someone wants her to kill her date.
Oh, wow.
In the restaurant. It's really good. It's directed by Christopher Landon, who did the Happy Death Day and the movie with Vince Vaughn where they switch bodies. I can't remember what that one's called, but he does a lot of good horror comedy kind of movies. But they were doing an interview beforehand with a couple of stars, and they were doing Napoleon Dynamite impressions. I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good one. He's like, oh, Tina, come eat some dinner.
Yeah.
He's like, I could throw this pig spin a quarter mile. I could throw it clear over these mountains.
Coach would have put me back in 72. He would have won state.
The scene where he throws the steak at Napoleon, he really like chunked it and like broke John Heater's glasses and like busted his nose open and stuff. It was hilarious. Paranormal Activity was made for $15,000.
Wow. That's crazy.
Made $193 million. I think that kind of jump started. I can't think of that. Blumhouse. I think that kind of jump started Blumhouse, which I'm not a huge Blumhouse fan. I'm more of an A24 fan, but they do some good stuff every now and then. Clerks was made with $27,000, which I know Kevin Smith, he would film a lot at night. When the store he worked at closed, he would film during those hours. Then $230,000 after for music licensing and editing, and then it made $4.4 million, which isn't a lot, but that was kind of a good low budget one.
Still good investment.
The Evil Dead, $375,000, made $29 million, and then they ended up making The Evil Dead 2, which is kind of just a rehash of the first one. But I love all the Evil Dead movies. I'm a big Bruce Campbell fan. I'm actually meeting him in May again.
Oh, nice.
So really excited. The last one I have here is Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Oh, that's a good one.
It was made for $1.4 million, which it was like 80 million in British money, which I don't know what British money is called, or 80,000 in British money.
Pounds.
Yeah, pounds, and made 28.1 million. So that's a classic Guy Ritchie movie. I try to add a bunch of different genres in there.
No, that's a great list. There's a ton of great movies in that. That's insane. Rocky, I can't believe Rocky was.
Yeah. No, I remember the Rocky one because I remember Sylvester Stallone was talking about sleeping on someone's couch while he was writing that script and stuff. So Adrian. And then he did some adult movie stuff and to get by. He's one of like the few people who actually did like the porn industry and was able to make it.
Bow, chicken, bow, wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Hats off to you, Sylvester Stallone. That's awesome.
But yeah, that's all I have for Pop Culture 4.
So, question for you before we move on. What's your favorite movie out of those?
Out of which ones?
All of them. The ones you just covered.
Oh, out of all these?
Yeah.
Shoot. I guess it would have to be The Evil Dead.
You love Evil Dead.
I love the Evil Dead movies.
So mine would be Rocky and then Saw, probably.
Yeah, those are good. I mean, Halloween's a classic too.
Halloween, there's a top 3 right there.
I mean, there's a lot of other stuff we could have talked about, but I just kind of picked 10 there that were kind of showed a kind of a different, a lot of different genres and stuff, not just all horror movies, because a lot of horror movies are made for lower budgets.
Yeah, no, but those are some amazing movies.
I mean, Terminator was on one of the things I saw, which was made for really low, which kind of makes sense, but Terminator is a great movie.
No, I agree.
So there's a lot
Terminator. All right. That's awesome. That was a really cool topic. I think you had a good mixture of list of horror and non-horror and
for sure.
Rocky. What is the song? I heard that. The Eye of the Tiger. Bam, 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 bam. Bum, bum, bum. All right, we're going to move over to Neat and Balanced.
Neat and Balanced, baby.
So we're going to do some fast food hacks because if you're traveling, you're busy. And this is probably going to be part 1 of this because I have lots to share. Obviously, you can get a grilled chicken salad anywhere, right? That should be your go-to. Maybe if you're traveling, you're like, "What do I need to eat, man? I want to eat low calorie. I don't want to eat something bad." But I'm going to give you some examples of some things you can order. I'm going to give you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a couple options, and then just kind of share some things that I've looked up and researched and things that I've even tried myself. So for breakfast, you can get. From McDonald's, a lot of people go to McDonald's for breakfast. You can get 2 egg McMuffins. What you can do is remove the egg McMuffin from the second egg McMuffin that you order and make like a larger sandwich. If you do that, you're getting 470 calories and 25 grams of protein. So a pretty good little egg McMuffin there. A little easy, cheaper thing you can get.
It's really weird. I just want to, real quick. So when I order something, it's based off of the breading that I get. Yeah. So if I get like a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, I'll get bacon. If I get a McGriddle, it's bacon. But if I get a McMuffin, it has to be sausage. I don't know why, but like they just go together better. I agree. McDonald's is so weird, but the biscuit thing goes back to where I was raised, and we have a marketing regional manager named Kaylee Green who lives here, and her grandfather Johnny kind of raised me, and he always he got me on Peter Pan peanut butter. Like he always ate those at the end of the day, and bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits with strawberry jelly. That was like my. Oh yeah, it's like almost a nostalgia thing.
I'm a grape jelly guy.
Yeah, I do like grape jelly, but On those, I don't know. It's just like a nostalgia thing. I just really
cool.
like strawberry. I thought that was like a fun thing.
No, that's cool. So for lunch, you can do Subway. You can get a turkey sub.
Eat fresh,
which I'm not a big fan of Subway, but
I am not either. I like Firehouse a little more. And
yeah, for sure. But if you're gonna go, Subway is everywhere. Like Firehouse is not always.
They're
everywhere.
also open earlier, like because they do breakfast stuff. So
and you can get a turkey sub. Just add all the veggies you can to it.
They have wraps and stuff now, right? So you could do
you can do a wrap. You can even do a wrap. Yeah, you don't even have to get bread. You can do a wrap. Get light mayo or mustard on it,
or flatbread. They have flatbread.
Yeah, they have flatbread as well. And add extra meat and get extra turkey. So I mean that's a really good option for you. Wendy's, you can do dinner there. You can get a small chili, 4-piece spicy nuggets, grilled chicken sandwich. You're talking about around 710 calories and 58 grams of protein for those 3 options right there. Another really good one is Panda Express. You can go and get their like bigger meal they have, and like so you get basically 3 entrees and do the teriyaki chicken with a side of white rice. And you can even add, so when you do a bigger meal, you can actually add a side of teriyaki chicken. They usually do sides for around $1.50, $2. And that can get you up to 115 grams of protein and about 1,500 calories. So there's a couple other options. You could look at a double quarter pounder with cheese. Double quarter pounder has about 740 calories, 42 grams of fat, 43 carbs, and 46 grams of protein. So that's another option. You could do KFC, 8-piece chicken tenders. That's 1,120 calories, 56 grams of fat, 65 carbs, and 80 grams of protein. That's another thing. And again, kind of cut out the fries and different things that you get. Obviously, the soda and the sugar, those are just things you shouldn't get. And I'm not recommending fast food by any means, but I'm giving you some options and things that you can eat. And if you're in an area, you can go to the store, get Greek yogurt, put it in the refrigerator in your hotel, and maybe some fruit, mix it up. Greek yogurt is a great option. I eat Greek yogurt literally daily, just about, especially in the summertime. So,
also when McDonald's has their snack wraps, those are pretty good. They just don't keep those on the menu all the time.
Yeah, they don't keep those on the menu all the time, but
those are really good. I don't know why they don't keep those on the menu. It's kind of like their McRib. Their McRib's super popular, but they're like, you know. Another thing I wanted to throw in there was the Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets. Are pretty good.
Yeah. No, yeah. And then Chick-fil-A, the grilled McNuggets, that's a great option to get. You can get a couple of those. Try to, again, exclude the fries and the sugary drinks.
And they have some sauces that are pretty low calorie too. They have a spicy one. I can't think of what it is, but it's pretty. It's only like 30 calories for the sauce packet, so it's not that bad.
It's like the sriracha.
The
spicy sriracha.
Yeah, that one's really good. I like that one a lot. That is actually
a really good one. Yeah, for sure. And if you're looking at, if you're like, oh, my food's bland or whatever else, add some spice, whether it's Cholula. There's a ton of different spices you can add that really don't add any caloric value.
Dano's is the stuff.
Dano's
seasoning. Oh, it's a seasoning.
Yeah,
it's a seasoning.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were thinking of spice. I'm like, I don't know. No, Dano's spice.
No, well, they do have a spicy version of Dano's, but Dano's is really good. But yeah, honestly, I get the Taco Bell fire sauce. That's really good.
Oh yeah,
you can buy a bottle of that.
Yep.
And I have a huge bottle of sriracha. So
no, for sure. And actually, I was going to share this, and I haven't done a ton of research on it, but Forbes actually ranked the top 5 fast food restaurants. And I just gave you some random things around our area, local area. But number 1 is actually Panera Bread. Number 2 was Chipotle. Number 3, what was Starbucks. Sorry. I wrote it really weird handwriting. Number 4 was Sweet Greens, and number 5 was Kava. Those are actually by Forbes.
I've never heard 4 or 5. Sweet Greens and Kava?
Sweet Greens. I've heard of Kava. They have them in Dallas. Yeah. But
okay.
I've never heard of Sweet Greens.
Panera Bread's really good.
Yeah, Panera Bread's got some really good stuff. So
get a soup and salad.
Yeah, that's from Forbes. That's their top 5 healthy fast food restaurants. Again, recommendation, don't eat fast food. If you can
Starbucks has those protein boxes that are really good.
Yeah, they have protein boxes. all their stuff is pretty lean, like from a caloric value compared to
obviously you don't get like a muffin and stuff.
Yeah, obviously.
But no, they have quite a bit
their
of
chocolate croissant, stuff. But they have some decent egg. They have
the egg white spinach.
Feta, yeah,
that one's really good.
But they got some decent stuff. So again, I think it's a good mix if you're trying to eat healthier. Obviously, your best option is going to be a grilled chicken salad. Add extra chicken, but there's a lot of different things. We're going to do a part 2 where I'm going to like share with you guys on the next episode things you can do to help, like kind of hacks and tips and stuff. Things that I do. I do travel a lot for work. We've talked about that quite a bit. So, but I think that's interesting.
Real quick.
Yep.
So when you're like Colombia or St. Lucia, like if you're in an exotic country like that, like do you have a recommendation if you're in those kind of places?
Fish.
Okay. Yeah, fish
or sushi, steak.
Actually, I had fish and chips today. It was really good.
Yeah, Colombia, their diet's a lot of meat. St. Lucia, like I'll be there. I actually leave tonight.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow morning, I guess is
for St. Lucia.
Yeah, I'll be in St. Lucia for a week.
Horrible time.
I know, it's worse. I have such a bad life, but
I hate that I have to leave.
I'll be eating lots of fish and sushi and stuff, so
I love sushi.
Yeah.
I got it from Harabachi not long ago, and everything seemed grind together. It was really weird.
That's weird.
I'm like, man, if this is how they're going to start making their sushi, I'm not going to eat there anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. They can't make fried rice for some reason, whatever reason. But
I mean, it's fine.
It's not that good,
dude. I went because I was going up and around to do the bourbon stuff. Mm-hmm. I went around and I ended up getting those jacks and stuff.
Yeah.
I went to holy crap! Kobe Express.
Oh, okay.
In Colgate.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, I wish we still had Kobe Express.
Yeah.
I love it.
I used to eat Kobe Express back in the day.
I like, dude, that. I think that sauce is just so addictive.
For sure. Yeah. All right. Well, now we're going to move over to Last Call with the Bourbon Nerds. So a couple things I want to say. If you're in the Drain area and you're listening to us, actually, the Sullivans have just bought the wine cellar, which is over.
Who's the Sullivans?
Jared Sullivan, remember the bartender? I don't know if you met him. He's a friend of mine. So they own Green Spray. This family.
Bartender where?
Bartender Agers.
Was he the one that was there?
Blue eyes. No, not that night. No, that's another dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyways, they bought that. Big Daddy's bought a discount. So liquor stores are going to be evolving and changing quite a bit. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see what the Sullivans do. I told him, I was like, yeah, you know what we're looking for. Keep an eye on the Bourbon Nerds, man. We'll give you some shout outs. So again, they're not sponsors, but they may be in the future.
I mean, if they can get us some interesting stuff.
Jack Daniel's 14.
That's all problem. It's not even that. Like, that's the problem with that place that I had is they just didn't really have much of a selection of. They actually had a bunch of barrel stuff, which I thought was random, but other than that, they didn't really have much else, and so I never really went in there.
So no offense to Jake Moore, but he kind of owned that. He was taking all the good stuff. So.
Well, hopefully this family isn't like that.
Well, yeah, I know. I was like, he's like, I know what you're looking for. I was like, yeah, hit me up. I'll come by.
It's hard to blame stores because if I owned a liquor store, I would keep some of the good stuff
too. Yeah.
I mean, I can't blame them, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't own a liquor store, so I want that stuff.
Yeah. No, agree. So, but we've got some really awesome episodes coming up. We're about to do our Star Wars episode, so
can't wait for that one. Actually, this episode might come out after the Star Wars one.
Okay,
based off release because because we have the Greg one that comes out.
Yeah.
Then we have the Chad one, and then the next week is May the 4th. So I think
May the 4th.
I think the Star Wars one will come out, and then this one. But
yeah, we're super busy. So we're excited about.
If this one comes out, go back and listen to the Star Wars one.
Yeah, in June, we're going to the Freddie Mercury, some would say whiskey.
The Freddie Johnson.
Freddie Johnson. I don't know why I keep saying Freddie Mercury. Rest in peace, Freddie Mercury. Queen is my favorite band.
Yeah, I'm all for it. We're ready to go. Ready to rock.
We're ready to rock and roll. We'll be there in full Bourbon Nerds.
We need to figure out what bottles we're taking. They wanted Buffalo Trace only.
Yeah, that's
I know, but we're not just going to take Benchmark.
No, we're going to take some. I'm going to take some store picks.
Are you? I don't know if I have any more store picks. I might have an Eagle Rare store pick.
I'll store pick it up. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, no, we're excited about that. We are going to be working on. We're trying to set up some stuff with the Blendery and we want to do a second event with them. So we'll post that obviously first in our Bourbon Nerds chat. And again, where's merchandise? Where are we at with that?
So everything is moving forward, just a little slower than I expected. But by the time this episode comes out, hopefully we have some updates for merchandise.
Yeah,
but we should be getting pretty close.
It's already been ordered, so we're hoping to get it.
It's getting ordered. He sent in he did the he did the invoice or whatever. I think he's just waiting on payment. So it just depends on just when he gets payment, he'll get it out. And,
all right.
Yeah, we'll have shirts and stuff.
Yeah, we're excited. And then
he got a laser printer to eventually do whiskey glasses and stuff too.
Yeah, we need whiskey glasses. I'm tired of drinking out of Iron Root and all those other guys that we could be sporting our own glasses. No, I love Iron Root. Don't get me wrong. Respect to those guys.
Iron Root, Ho Chi Town.
Yep. Shout out to their boys. Hey, you went to the Cross Canadian Ragweed
the Boys from Oklahoma tour.
Boys from Oklahoma roll the joints all wrong. The too damn skinny and way too long. How was that?
It was great. So
I didn't get to go. I'm so freaking jealous.
I was talking to Danielle. So we didn't stay for all of Cross Canadian Ragweed. We went Friday, and opener was Mike McClure Band went on. They were good. Stoney LaRue went on. Jason Boland, that's the one I couldn't think of. Jason Boland went on. They were both really good. Turnpike Troubadours went on. Turnpike was great. They have a new album out, if you haven't heard, and it's really good. They have a song that I've been obsessed with called Heaven Passing Through. It's a really, really amazing song. And then, of course, Cross Canadian Ragweed went on. And I had seen their set list from the night before, and I was like, man, if they do the same set list, it's going to be good, but they're not going to play my favorite song. And the second song, they played my favorite song of theirs, which is, crap. Why did I just go blank on
Gin, Smoke, and Lies.
That's Turnback Troubadours, bro. I'm talking about Cross Canadian.
Oh.
Lighthouse Keeper.
17.
Lighthouse Keeper. That song's amazing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And they played it second, and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm good.
I'm
now.
good. I'm dying." That's like Hot Chili Peppers playing Under the Bridge.
And Danielle was like, "Oh, I don't want you to be disappointed for leaving early." I'm like, "Danielle, we have a 3-hour drive, and I heard my favorite song already. I'm good."
I went to Oklahoma State University. I'm all about that 3-hour drive. I get it. I know that. I've driven that drive probably 34 times.
And I didn't tell Danielle, but I almost fell asleep a couple times, and I kept pouring water in my head to make it back.
Wake up!
It was tough. It was a rough time. They have these things called juice boxes. Like they don't have any bourbon, which is really because Sean Hunt actually texted me. He was like, "Hey, what does the bourbon scene look like?" Because I'm coming for the Saturday show. I said, "It is not existent. Have fun with the juice boxes." Which juice box is like 11% alcohol, but it's like a lot of sugar and stuff. And I drank a couple of them and they were fine, but I think that actually hurt me when I was driving more than it like gave me any kind of buzz.
Jukebox hero.
Yeah, I think it's just like the thing they have there. I don't know. But it was a good show. We stayed for about 14 songs and then we left. I think they played 26 songs. So it's like, man, I think they were planning on playing till almost midnight, and that would have just been insane trying to get home at 3 or 4.
No, but that's cool. You got to experience probably one of the greatest concerts for Red Dirt.
Well, and actually, I posted about this, but the last time I was in Stillwater was Calf Fry 2010, and Cross Canadian Turnpike was there. Like it was an insane lineup with Cross Canadian, Ragweed, Turnpike Troubadours, Casey Donahue Band, Eli Young Band, like Miranda Lambert. Like it was an insane lineup. But that night, Cody Kennedy got hit with a liquor bottle and said he'd never play in Stillwater again. And then shortly after that, they broke up and said that they'd never play together again. And then here we are, Stillwater. 15 years later,
that's crazy.
Playing, so
and Ho Chi Town, the Loyal and True Cross Canadian Ragweed bottle that we had a video out of. It's so good. It's very good. If you see that bottle, buy it. I saw somebody post and asking if it's good, and I said yes, buy it and buy another one. It's very good. It's very delicious. It's great. And I'm not saying that. They gave us a bottle, and I appreciate it.
We're really lucky that Blue was very generous
and gave us a bottle. We got to try it. I'm excited to drink more of it. It's very good. So highly recommend it. Yeah, and then we've got some exciting interviews and things coming up. So.
Yeah, we got Randall coming up. We have Still Austin.
Bourbon Hunter. Damon.
Yep.
From the open season operator.
I think Damon will be
first up.
Yeah, Damon. Yeah. Well, no, because we'll do Randall at the end of April, and then we'll do Damon beginning of May.
Yeah, you're right, because we had to push him back. Yep. So because of me.
Yeah, we would have done him. Yeah, we would have done him yesterday.
My fault.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Which I thought he'd be able to come today, but he didn't seem like he could get. But he seems like May 4th will be good for him. So
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, we'll release our Star Wars episode and interview and Damon. Yeah. I think it'll be a good time. He mentioned maybe bringing GTS, which would be really dope. We'll have to really up our bottle game for that episode.
Yeah.
But he mentioned doing Starlight, so it could be a upcoming episode.
Yeah, and we're working with Starlight right now to interview the master distillery, or distiller.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that one out now.
Yeah, we got to follow up on that. I've been kind of out of pocket this week with everything going on, but
I'm back, and I'm ready to continue to make great.
Back in the saddle again.
All right. Well, I'm Cody.
I'm Garrett.
And we are the Bourbon Nerds. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
The Bourbon Nerds podcast is hosted and executive produced by Cody Mills and Garrett Welch. The show is produced, mixed, and edited by me, Ethan Adams. The show features original music by Alex Pitts. You can find the Bourbon Nerds on all the major social media platforms. Please follow, rate, and review the show on Apple Podcasts or your podcast player of choice. It really does help the show. Please don't hesitate to send an email or message on social media. We love to hear your thoughts, comments, and bourbon suggestions. The Bourbon Nerds would like to remind the audience to always drink responsibly, know your limits, and never drink and drive. Be sure to check in every Sunday for a brand new episode. Cheers!